The moon landing, the lie that fooled the world. What if humanity's greatest achievement was nothing more than an elaborate illusion? On July 20th, 1969, the world tuned in as Neil Armstrong took his giant leap for mankind. But what if that step never really happened? What if the greatest show on Earth was staged not on the moon, but right here on Earth? It was 1969. The Cold War between the United States and the Soviet Union was at its peak. The Russians had launched the first satellite, the first man in space. America was falling behind. So when Apollo 11 touched down on the moon, it wasn't just science, it was politics, it was victory. Over 600 million people, the largest television audience in history, watched live as Armstrong descended the ladder. Imagine sitting in your living room, watching that ghostly black and white image flicker on your TV screen. The first footprint in lunar dust, the flag planted in alien soil. For a moment, the whole world held its breath. It was a triumph that defined a generation. But soon after, whispers began to spread. Whispers that have never truly gone away. Conspiracy theorists point to details NASA can't easily explain. The shadows in photos don't match. In some pictures, shadows stretch in different directions, as though multiple lights were used. But the sun was the only light source. Or was it? Then there's the flag. The American flag appears to ripple, as though caught in the wind. But there is no wind on the moon, and perhaps the most suspicious of all, the missing footage. NASA admitted it erased over 11,000 tapes of original Apollo mission recordings. Priceless history, gone forever. Accident or deliberate cover-up? The problems don't stop there. Some scientists argue the technology of the 1960s simply wasn't capable. The astronauts had to cross the Van Allen radiation belts, zones of intense radiation surrounding Earth. Experts argue it should have fried their instruments and possibly the men themselves. And let's not forget computers. The Apollo guidance computer had less power than a basic calculator. Could such primitive machines really land humans on another world and bring them home safely? Or did NASA create a show that only looked convincing on television screens? Of course, NASA and mainstream scientists dismiss all of this. They argue the shadows only appear strange because of uneven ground and perspective. The flag moved, they say, only because it was twisted during setup. It wasn't actually waving. As for the tapes, NASA insists they were accidentally erased and reused because storage space was expensive. To scientists, the moon landing hoax theory is nothing more than a misunderstanding. But for those who doubt, these answers raise even more questions. Why would America fake a moon landing? The answer, some believe, lies in politics. In 1969, the United States was desperate to beat the Soviet Union. Billions of dollars had been poured into the space race. Failure wasn't an option. Some say the government chose the next best thing, a performance, a carefully crafted illusion to convince the world that America had won. And the most chilling claim? That the landing was directed like a movie, filmed on a Hollywood-style set. Some even believe legendary director Stanley Kubrick was secretly recruited, fresh off the success of 2001, A Space Odyssey. The rumor suggests Kubrick used his expertise in special effects to create the perfect illusion of astronauts on the moon. Watch 2001 today, and you'll see why the theory spread. The spacecraft, the lunar landscapes, the uncanny realism, created in 1968, just 1 year before Apollo 11. Even stranger, some believers claim Kubrick left hidden confessions in his later films. They point to Danny's Apollo 11 sweater in The Shining, or the mysterious Room 237, said to represent the 237,000 miles between Earth and the Moon. Are these subtle clues, or just coincidence? So what do you believe? Was the moon landing one small step for man, or one giant leap into deception? Were we truly watching astronauts set foot on another world? Or were we watching the greatest cinematic performance of all time? The truth may never be fully known, but one thing is certain, the shadows of doubt still linger. What do you think? Cover-up or coincidence? Tell us your theory in the comments below. And if you want more secrets they don't want you to know, Subscribe to the Cosmic Cover-Up, because the truth is cosmic.